Generally, solenoid valves are installed within an existing system where pipes are already in place. First, read all warnings, cautions, and other information stickers on the valve. Check the nameplate to determine that all the information corresponds to your application for the solenoid valve, especially media and voltage. Next, blow the pipes clear before installing the valve body. Check the arrow on the valve body to determine the direction of flow. Apply Teflon tape to the pipe threads only, not to the valve body. Align the pipes properly and support them to avoid any strain on the valve body. It is highly recommended that you place a strainer before the valve. Next, install the valve itself. Use a pipe wrench on the pipe and on hex pipe ends. Never use the coil assembly as a lever to tighten the piping. Mount the valve in a horizontal pipe. Keep the coil assembly on top, not exceeding a 7-degree layover. If the valve is laid over too far, it won't seat properly. Consult the factory about vertical mounting. Now it's time to wire up the coil. Before you start this phase of installation, check the line voltage to make sure it does not exceed 10% above or 15% below the rated voltage on the valve nameplate. Then shut off electrical power to the equipment. If this valve will be computer operated, be sure the computer is only permitting the applied voltage to the valve. Use an oscilloscope to check for superimposed voltages. All coil housings have 1/2-inch threaded conduit connectors. For single voltage coils, connect lead wires to the line voltage in accordance with standard electrical codes. Dual voltage coils are different. They must be wired according to the diagram on the coil housing. Follow the diagram to connect the coil. Valves must be properly grounded. A standard NEMA 1-coil housing can be rotated to make wiring easier, but don't try to rotate explosion-proof housings. They are fixed and can't be rotated. The exception is an explosion-proof valve equipped with a union bonnet. Once the valve is installed, some types, such as types B and D, have adjustable opening and closing speeds. Find where the valve is marked ADJ for adjust at the base of the valve. To increase opening speed or decrease closing speed, turn the stem at the base clockwise or in. To decrease opening speed or increase closing speed, turn the stem counterclockwise or out. Be careful not to open this adjustment too far on slow opening or high pressure valves. When turned too far counterclockwise, the valve may fail to open. To correct this, close the adjustment stem by turning it clockwise with the pressure on and the solenoid energized until the valve opens. Remember, the manual open stem must be fully closed for the valve to work properly. Type B or D valves that are designated with the letter L can also be adjusted for flow control. Valves are set at full flow at the factory unless otherwise specified. To adjust flow on the D model, relieve line pressure ahead of the valve and loosen the nameplate screw. You don't have to disconnect the wiring or the coil. Next, loosen the set screw, if there is one, with a 3/32 Allen wrench. Turn the bonnet clockwise to reduce the flow. If pressure is off the system, you don't need a wrench to do this. When the bonnet is down as far as possible, flow is at approximately 25%. To obtain full flow, turn the bonnet counterclockwise. Do 3 turns for a 3/4 to 1-inch valve, 4.5 turns for a 1 1/4 to 1.5-inch valve, and 6 turns for a 2-inch valve. Remember, the bonnet must be down all the way before you start backing it off. The arrows that are stamped on the body and bonnet should line up. The bottom of the bonnet should line up just above the full flow line on the body. Don't open the bonnet above this line. Properly adjust the valve to match your flow needs. Then tighten the nameplate screw and the locking screw. B models work differently. There is a screw on the bottom of the BL valve body that controls flow. Turn the screw counterclockwise to restrict flow, and turn it clockwise to increase flow.